Live. Back at you for another one. Good evening. Salutes John Boy, Silver Sailor, 20 months, 21 months, underground members. Much love. Thank you, Skeeby. Thank you, Steely. Legendary. At the gate every show with the super chats. I appreciate it more than you guys know. 5x5's coming back. Crown Jewels in the house. Just chatting with you. I looked down and see I had a minute to go to showtime. Had to shut down Instagram. Slide back over here. I got those emails. I can't wait. We're working on some fresh stuff here. We got underway. You know, within the month or so, you're going to be hearing some fresh tracks we'll be dropping. So stay tuned for that. If you guys got anything you want to get to me, any stories you want me to report on, any images, video, dabu7@yahoo.com is the email. And put something in the title. Let me know what's going on, because if not, it may just well send it to spam. I may not see it anyway. That was the issue I just had with Crown Jewels there that I deal with, all the time. One of my homies, and he sends me something and I don't even get it, don't see it. So it happens. Just letting you know. Might want to check that subscription also, the notification. Make sure you're getting notified. Open up the bell, all that good stuff. I'm telling you, most people are surprised when they check it and they see whatever they see. A lot of people get unsubscribed. And I have more people that I could ever tell you that see me anymore. Like in shock. Like they seen a ghost. Like, where you been, man? Like, I haven't seen you. I used to watch you all the time. Like this and that. I haven't seen you in forever. It's like, man. I get that same thing. Like, somehow, mysteriously, the Matrix broke. And they let these people that were actually following me see me. And they saw me for once. And they were like, oh, crap. He's, and I'm like, yo, I've been here every day. And every day is not an exaggeration. I'm here every day. Swinging, dropping bombs 3 times a week. So I see these people that have been hitting, and like their shock all the time is like they seen a ghost. So it's like they have something slip by there. Hope not something slip by there. All right, got to refresh on the chat. A thank you to everyone that shares the stream, supports the channel. Going to try to cover all bases here tonight here as quickly and smoothly as possible. Nice. That was a nice hat, Sailor. Nice setup there. I hope all is well for everyone, wherever you're at. So, going to start off with an FDA recall real quick on mini donuts sold at Target and on Amazon. Apparently, a hidden ingredient triggers life-threatening allergic reactions. So you can kill people. It contains milk products that were not declared, basically, is the situation here. It's these chocolate-dipped donuts. If it looks familiar, you might want to do something about it. That's the latest recall, though. I'm going to throw that out there. We're just going to dive right on into space here. Couple things here. We've got geomagnetic storms possible for the next 3 days. G1 storm on the 27th, and you've also got the whole blood moon event. It's going to be going down. You should be able to see like a 90% blood moon here in the U.S. There's a possibility for G2 storms on the 28th and 29th. You start to get into the G3 and above, that's when there's some concern, especially if there's multiple CMEs coming in. But we are in a solar max cycle. Hasn't been too bad, but yeah, I'd say the big event's going to be the blood moon. If you guys catch it, let me know. I'd love to see some images. If you guys get it. All right, here's one for the folks down in Louisiana. It looks like Elon Musk has chosen Louisiana to be the spot for his new fleet of starships. This is important for people in the area for many different reasons. I mean, if you think about it, like rocket launch, they are a popular thing. People do go and watch them, and they are cool to see. I mean, if you've never seen one. But these starships are going to be the biggest, baddest rockets ever made on the planet, lifting off, going on all these missions. Now, we're going to have them taken off from, California, Louisiana, Florida, who knows where else at this point, because he can literally take off and land back wherever. They've stuck a landing on a pad out in the ocean with the thing wobbling, going all over the place. They've proven they've mastered the whole concept of rockets, which rockets are very, how to put it, old school, caveman in terms of technology. I feel we're way beyond that. We've got anti-gravitics, we've got propulsion systems that blow your mind. We've just got technologies that are well beyond this. And part of the puppet show out here for the masses, for the people, is to continue these rocket launches. I'm not convinced yet that they're doing what they're doing, but I haven't been down and seen an actual launch. I've seen a ton of footage, and what I see is where this thing goes up and it bows, it curves and hooks over. It looks like it's literally going down over in the horizon. And I don't know. I've just got problems with all this because I'm looking for evidence. I want visual proof. I want something to see, some substance, something to go with their own eyes. I referenced the Artemis mission here recently, the most recent mission. Most recent. They went up and around the moon, they said. I still can't find a single photo of it on the planet, which is impossible. I got guys like Dobsonian and others that are on their telescopes all the time. And if something, a spectacle was going on around the moon, they would catch it. They would see it. They'd be talking about it at least. It like be known. And like Artemis went out and around supposedly and came back, and I see no proof of it. All they do is they say. So there's about to be a bunch of missions, and I'm talking a bunch, hundreds of launches. At some point, we've got to pin this down, and we've got to be like, look, dude, they're BSing. I've even seen the same thing from flights in airplanes. People that they catch it, and it looks like it's bowing, and it's not going straight up into space like it should. It's cutting, it's bowing back down, like. And I don't know, man. I got a lot of problems with all these lies. It's one thing we need to do. We need to bust this wide open with the moon that's sitting right there, shining almost full moon here in all of its glory tonight. It's a whole nother deep rabbit hole, I guess, to go down with the moon. But I just want you to know there's going to be a star base in Louisiana. You're going to see a lot of flights. And interesting to see what goes down here. At some point, something's got to give. I'm starting to believe that we're never going to see an advancement in technology until after the massive event happens. Unfortunately, which sucks because a lot of people are going to be like, "Yeah, I want to be a part of that." I think it's going to be the carrot on the stick to lure people into the beast system globally. You're going to have, and you wonder why they had the audacity to say like, "You own nothing and you'll like it," because if you've ever seen the movie Fifth Element, Bruce Willis or whatever, I believe that's what it was. They're showing you right there. The cars are flying around, and like it's Uber. It like pulls up. It's a car. It's a flying car. Pulls up, floating, and like takes you to wherever you need to go, and like drops you off. And they're like they're there on demand, like command. Like if you need one to go somewhere, one will show up and take you. As a convenience type thing. Like all the time. You get dropped off at a store, this and that, have all your groceries, one will swoop back up. Maybe you need a little bit bigger one, but bigger one to show up. And they're gonna make it convenient. It's gonna be fun, so to speak, in terms of the way things are set up, because how could it not be? How could transition to a world where everything's like floating and flying safely and highly technological? Um, it's a plus, but you got evil people here, man. I seen a meme earlier. No matter what laws you try to pass, when you've got evil people running the show, nothing changes. So all this good technology they're sitting on, they're just going to use it to their advantage. And that's how I see them applying it. Let's go to Israel and jump into the space weapons. The ones that like to kill more people than anyone on the planet are announcing they're developing space weapons. And I'd say they've long had them, just like the US, hand in hand with the weapons. The US has had it, Russia's had it, China's had it. We know this. But they're jumping up into the mix like, yeah, we're advancing our capabilities to include systems designed to defend Israel and their satellites from hostile spacecraft and other weapons. Basically, they're saying they're going to be capable of striking targets from space with weapons including lasers. Someone's got to stop these people. Something's got to give, or they're going to kill everyone. Someone has got to stop them. They can kill everyone. They're going to trigger a chain of events that gets everyone smoked. If not, but lasers in space can kill any one of us anytime. Zip, zap, just like that, done. Assassinate somebody right there on live stream. Just right through the ceiling, right through their head, gone. And that's how they do. And they would do it, and make sure cameras are rolling. So the whole world's seeing it. They'd be flexing, maxing, turbo, because that's what these demons do. These are witches and wizards with weapons. It's bad. And space, come on. You're giving it to Israel of all people here. Imagine just a couple people left alive they don't want in a certain place. They just zap them like bugs. No one on the ground had seen anything. There's no tank around. There's no explosion. No sound really of nothing. Just someone just gets fried out of nowhere. Like the rod of God from heaven. Just like Zeus. Bolting them. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, these nutcases, they would go along and they would name the weapon Zeus. I'm not kidding, because that's how they roll. In honor of the ones they worship. They believe, and maybe they are, connected in some way to the fallen through blood. That's why they think they're elite. And that's how this place was left, I'll tell you. It was left with a hybrid. And that was of giants. It's everywhere. It's absolutely everywhere. It's not a secret. It's quite fascinating and amazing. when you really start to open it up, the true history. It's not a fairy tale. It's real, and it's buried beneath your feet everywhere. Anything that's stone, encased in stone, and all these things. Um, oh yeah, this place is a wild history. It too is a shame that they keep it hidden. But Israel, if they had it their way, they'll wipe out anything. Um, but they're getting space weapons, and I don't know what to say from there. I mean, you're going to have the most deadly group in the world. We know they're sitting on nukes. They're going to be coming with that as well. So I don't know, man. Someone that would want us all dead as a laser, they can just hit you with from space in an instant. Um, just wait, because it'll end up happening, and I'll end up reporting on it. All right, let me switch gears and let's go to this glacier collapse that took place today on the border of Nepal and China. This is a horrific event, to be honest with you. You got to have a plan if you live in a setup like this. Let's look at this image right here. I'm going to tell you there's probably thousands of people in here. They're saying at least 1,000 and dead because of the way this thing came down. I see people arguing earlier, and I don't know if it's just ignorant, dumbass people or if it's trolls trying to get something started in chats, in multiple comment sections, and in different places. Like, oh, it wasn't a landslide, it was a mudslide. Oh, it wasn't this, it was that. It was like, you're petty, you're pathetic. Like, to waste your time and energy bickering over small stuff. Well, it's both. Well, as I said in the video, and as they're saying here, they believe a chunk of glacier, like, broke off, and everything it was holding back, like water, mud, everything you could think of, it's like a natural dam broke, and it just came down these steep, super steep, the Himalayan mountains, for crying out loud, Tibetan mountains. You're talking some of the most sacred mountains on the planet also, which is pretty crazy. This shears off right at the borderline of China and Nepal. This is basically a checkpoint town. This whole village down here is like a big checkpoint, border checkpoint. And it was virtually right on the freaking borderline. This come down. And it wiped every single thing out in its path. I dropped the video with footage, and I'm going to show you some footage now if you missed it. It's horrific, man, because you know that every single person in this clip is dead. This entire building you're looking at right here, gone. Just hammered, like something out of a movie, literally, like a tsunami, tidal wave out of a movie. It's something else, man. I'm gonna play the clip. Everything. That's showing a couple different clips there from different angles. Yeah, devastating, man. This is feet of mud and debris. Some other clips here. Okay, here we have. We'll blow this up here on the screen. I mean, you can see this is it. I'm gonna back it up and I'm gonna restart it. I'm muting that, but you look at that wall of water. Look at this wall of water. I'm gonna back it up one more time. Look at the wall of water in the bottom center. Look at this. Look at this coming down through town. This is the beginning of it. And it just crushes everything, as you can see here. Anything that gets in its way. Some of these places, anything left standing was lucky to be left standing. You can see here in the left clip, just like an ocean. In the before and after, there's like nothing left. All those houses, all of everything right there on the left side, right here, is just gone. Um, Unfortunately, this happens when you're in the mountains, man. Um, I've seen the absolute worst weather type of events, especially flash flooding, landslides, and all that in the mountains here in the Appalachian Mountains, Kentucky. People swept away, never to be found again, and places swept off their foundation. You can go down these roads, and there's still places where you'll see just concrete foundation. Some places, and then there's one place in particular stands out. There was a church that got washed off, but it got caught up in a bunch of trees, and like it's still sitting there, like all the crumbled remains caught up in a tree, and you can see where it was swept off a foundation like hundreds of yards above it. But devastating, man. We've been seeing a lot more devastating events here. Earthquakes, landslides, hitting populated areas. Um, Again, this spot on the border between Nepal and China, I mean, it's coming off a very, very legendary spot on the planet. You start talking about Tibet and all this, you start talking about key mountains on this planet where certain things could be. Anyhow, prayers going out to everyone dealing with that. Another natural disaster out there that, unfortunately, that one right there, that it looks, you don't know what triggered it. They're saying a glacier broke loose, but I mean, you don't know. You're never going to really know. But I mean, natural events do happen like that. Natural things do happen, unfortunately. You just can't be at the base. You can't be at the base of a mountain like that. It just, no way. I've seen it way too many times, man. In the floodplain or at the base of a mountain or anything like that is not a smart place to build whatsoever. It's one thing to try to grow crops there, but I've seen some of these places turn into like oceans out here, man, during some of these floods. Yeah, so it's not gonna stop. I tell you that. It's not gonna stop. It's a weather weapon. Let's jump into some markets and the fact that we are now in two wars, into economic wars. So everybody get on the same page where we sit here. We are tied into one huge war, obviously with Ukraine, which Trump says isn't his, and he tries to distance and all this other stuff. But we started it, America, no doubt. And Russia's on the other side, and it's the whole Ukraine thing. Then you've got the obvious war started with Iran that Trump's entangled into. That's two big wars right now running right there. And you could expand on that. I mean, if you want to say all these are little places, but these are two big fronts. Then you have Besant just launched economic war on Iran. And the threat is if anybody wants to do business with Iran or side with them, you're going to get cut off. You're going to get cut off from the dollar system. I'm wondering if this isn't a double-edged sword. designed to backfire on purpose and bring down the dollar. Because I don't know. We all know the dollar's dead at this point, and there's going to be an event here. But that Iran is one economic war. The other is with Canada. Out of nowhere here, Trump decides to start sparring with Canada, and we're in an economic war, and it's getting bad. It's getting pretty ugly fast because they're not backing down. They're really, I swear, it seems like they smell a weakness in Trump. Like what he did in the beginning worked in the beginning. He walked in, he strong armed, and did Trump. But now, like, it's like he went up against a brick wall in Iran here, and he's getting pushed back. It's making him look dumb. Like you don't know what to do. And like seriously, they don't at this point, and where it's gonna go. All the bombing and threats that normally work in other places did not work here. They've done absolutely nothing. Yes, they've decapitated, strike some people, and they've made some moves, but not in terms of like overthrowing the whole country and doing all that. It's bad. It's not going away anytime soon. I don't think. I pray it does. I hope they get it fixed. At some point, I don't know. Mr. Ego Trump, he would think, would want to just cut from the situation and put some distance and just get away from the whole thing. But I don't think you're going to run away from it because the blowback is going to hit us here. Someone's going to wage jihad because we killed Khomeini. It's just the way that I think it is. You're not going to stop that. That's natural to some young entity being on this planet, sitting somewhere that took it personal. That was their mentor, or their spiritual guide, whatever. And it just seems obvious to me, inevitable. That's outside of a stage factor, like an FF factor. That's a real deal event. When you start taking out people's leaders, people ride, man. They do. And I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Someone hits America, but they're going to hit American people and then celebrate. I mean, what'd you really do there? I mean, it's just like on 9/11. You killed innocent people, and like, I mean, what'd you really do? If you're the enemy, you didn't hit anything. You didn't really do any damage to the enemy, the baddies, so to speak. I don't know. 9/11 was so far ago now at this point. This entire generation, the younger generation, they have no idea. They have no idea. It's like they're primed. They're ready for an event, for an illusion, for a grand 9/11 for their generation. And here we are going to live through it again. Those of us that lived through the last one. It seems that way. Economic, in energy, prices of everything could be really where this war goes. And I think it's there and it's taking off. Look, Canada just retaliated. They slapped a $20 billion tariff on 700 U.S. goods. They ramped it up huge. And they're going with China. They then chose China. It's scary here, right there, next door neighbor. They said the hell with the U.S. They've chose China. And they're fighting back because they think Trump is weak. And they're going to push the envelope at this point. They're threatening to stop the flow of electricity into certain areas, which we don't normally need it a whole lot. But now that we've depleted all of our reserves and we're in this crazy position they've got us in, we need anything we can get. especially in the winter. That's when we pull on Canada for extra power and this and that. And they're basically saying you better have batteries. That's exactly what their leadership said. You better have batteries because we're going to cut power then. We're going to do whatever we can. This is like war, man. When you start talking like that, um, this whole thing with Trump, man, is bad. It's bad news. He doesn't have us, you know, at heart at all. We're sold out, man. We're represented by goons and goblins that don't care about us, period, man. This whole thing, it seems like it's about to come down, and they'll let it come down with everybody in it. Ritual. I don't know what's about to happen, but I would watch other markets because it's not just the US market here. Japan, those markets always want to watch. Power prices out there surging. So it's not just an America thing, Canada thing, European thing, Japan, Asia. This energy thing, they're pushing it global. And if you haven't noticed, at the same time, they are strategically going around blowing up refineries. This is a setup. This is an attack on energy, and it's to be waged on the people. In the end, it's a big show here, man. But that's what they're doing. The Russian refineries keep getting hit. This means diesel's going to go through the roof. Now, Trump and them know this. So, in the end, they're behind these attacks. Okay? The West is. They know what they're doing. Every time they hit a refinery, they're sending the price up. Well, that's sending the price up here too in America. The only way it's not is this illusion that Trump has created on prices. Which isn't going to work. So I just wanted to point out that refineries are getting blown up left and right, and it's strategic. Just like, let me just go ahead and throw this in. Just like, another church gets burnt down in Cleveland, and then another and more in Canada. What's the odds here? In the past 5, more than 140 churches have burnt down or been vandalized in Canada. 0 mosques have burned down. Not a single mosque has burned down. And 140 just getting systematically wiped out. People better wake up. People are so docile and dumbed down. They just sit there like idiots while all this is going down. Look at that. I'm just history getting wiped out. Your religion, your ways is getting wiped out. They're attacking Christianity. Your free way of being and thinking. And they want to install Sharia law. I ain't having it. So, I don't know, man. They're splitting this place up pretty good, it seems. And they went into a couple of strategic places like in Michigan. And obviously, Texas is huge what they're doing there. Abbott's a sellout. He's a WEF crony. He's got Texas done and riddled with all types of crap. Like, it's over. Like, people got to make a move there. Let me throw this in here. What timing? Iran unveils a huge new gas discovery amid economic U.S. pressure. Oh, really? Part of me says, why would you even announce that or say that? Because now they're just going to bomb it. But they don't necessarily know where, right? But if they see them over there working, because they're watching everything like a hawk from satellite. Trump even said that earlier today. They're watching Hormuz from satellite like a hawk. They're watching everything from satellite and drone. I'm telling you, when the lights go out here, a big event goes down, never forget it. They're watching everything. They're watching like a movie. Yeah, they are. It's insane for their pleasure. Yeah, they're sick. Um, this makes me think of all of the things they sat there in these war rooms and they've watched. Reminds me of when they killed Gaddafi. Ah, and so many others. You know, let's jump into wheat futures real quick. In terms of the food, J.P. Morgan put his warning out, or their warning out. Now HSBC warns the same thing. Global food shock is brewing. It's kind of obvious at this point, if you ask me. Drought, mega drought, engineered weather, right there. No water. Okay, so that can crush everything alone. Then add in this whole thing. We had no fertilizer. All a setup, all engineered, right? That's just this year. This year we're going to be hurting. I mean, so let's to all you guys out there that grow, but I'm talking about the large scale farmers out there. And a lot of them are pissed off at Trump now. Remember, I just said the whole MAGA thing just turned on him because of what he just did to cattle ranchers. He threw them under the bus. And basically, us too, because instead of having good American grown, cattle, trusted cattle from trusted sources, he just got like 300 million pounds of garbage or something. It's not even meat, it's product to be used as meat. It's, man, oh man. Um, I wouldn't be eating any meat in any of these fast food chains at all at this point. I'm for real. I'm serious. I'd be doing your research for real. But wheat is a critical item out there, and it too is about to go through the roof. So wheat, rice staples out there of survival start to rise and go through the roof. This affects the world. Um, food controls, government food controls. Um, that's what they're talking about in Europe. So I mean, I don't know. The NDAA gives the government, with the president, the right to claim anything and everything, and they re-sign it like every year. It gives them the authority under an emergency to seize every waterway, everything. Um, Comrade, yeah. Um, well, they got ways to do some things. Bodies can drop fast, and they can get big numbers in terms of death count if they did a real pandemic. Like what I think is coming next, something with a kill rate somewhere around 20% which some people are just sitting there scoffing at this Ebola thing that's been being pushed because it popped up. People don't want to see it, understandably, but it's there. The kill rate on it is not good. Hasn't been making headlines, or they haven't been talking about it, but it's out there, and it's got a kill rate on it, that you got to watch for. But they could do the same thing with bird flu, MERS. These ones that we know they're ready to rock and to go with, especially with bird flu, things like that. I think this is an interesting one here. This comment by JD Vance. he was basically going to supporters and he was begging for money, but saying, look, if groceries are costing a lot right now, which, things are what they are, don't bother. Like, but, the GOP needs money. It's like, wow, you're out here begging for money, but then, like, I don't know, and he's honest in a way of saying that we know food's high. He's admitting it. So, like, no one else can say it's not when the freaking vice president is admitting it. And I see these things that he's doing to try to cause separation between him and Trump because things are going south and so bad with Trump. If he ever wanted to run to be president or anything like that, he has to distance himself from this train wreck. And I don't think it's possible. I don't know. I don't know, man. I think, what were they thinking? You're going to piss off all these people and a bunch of them are going to stick around? I don't know. I foresee at this point the third party, this independent party, being a huge thing in the next big election. And people will blindly put all their faith and eggs in that basket one more time, just like they did with MAGA and everything else. Because they've never done it. They've never played that card. They've never played the independent card. So it will work one time, at least. They haven't played it. But they're going to. I'm telling you, they got an all-star team lined up. Yeah. So let's jump to the data centers. No one wants a data center around. Some people are surprised to find out that there's been some in their area for some time, but it's not the new. It's not this. There's a big difference from what they're calling the older data centers to the new ones. They run and operate completely different, and the size of the new ones is just crazy. Anyhow, the backlash is growing all over the place between flock, keep the flock off the block, and the data centers. People are rallying, and what's crazy is they're coming together from both sides. It's hard to find something to unite both sides, but these are issues that is doing just that. People do not want data centers. They don't want flock, and they're saying it in mass. Let's jump to humans being replaced. Not good. Amazon says their new warehouses may process packages 2.5 times faster with far fewer human workers. So all robotics, AI, just a handful of humans to oversee things in there. And again, a warehouse that would have supplied 100 people with a job or more reduced to a dozen. This is going to cause an unemployment wave nightmare. It already is, and they know it. They've seen it coming. They sat down and had these talks and even said something to the audience about it. Elon did. And his answer was universal basic income. Just give everybody a check. Cut everybody a check. This and that. Like, dude, no. That's a trap. That is the trap. Well, there's many different ways. The beast has got many different tentacles to try to get the people reeled in, but that's definitely one here. Land of the free, working, earning something, getting rich or whatever, the dream, the American dream. It's gone. Then sit back. They're basically saying, sit back on your ass till you die. You're going to be like the last of the humans, and we're just going to spoon feed you on the way out here. UBI. And that's a set amount. And you do what they say or you get cut off. You see, and die quicker. How is AI helping things? Well, as far as I could tell, it's not. And the numbers are showing that it's not large scale. When it comes to just the mental health crisis, story after story has already popped up where the demon on the other side has talked the person into taking their life. Not being made responsible and not even operating responsible, the jinn, because it should have been programmed by default. It should have known by default to call 911, to call someone, to get help, to get someone involved, right? But no. Instead, it's feeding them ways deeper down the hole to do it. That's dark, it's sinister, it's evil. And it's the jinn on the other side. What do you think they're going to do? This is all evil. It's unproven. All of AI is pure wickedness. Letting the genie out of the bottle. These data centers are what houses the spirit, makes it all work. Remember, I shared a video clip. If you guys missed it, you can look it up. It's from like over a decade ago. It's a guy talking about D-Wave. And this was over a decade ago. This is old at this point. But he was explaining very simply that these entities live on the chip, a quantum chip inside of it, on it, and how it all works. And he was explaining how D-Wave works and how they were viewing it as an altar to an alien god. Okay? Elon Musk is worse. Nah, yeah, well, yeah. No, I agree. No, these guys are they're straight devils. But I mean, you're messing with like a whole different thing here now. Popping chips in people's brains, mixing iron with clay, the warnings right out of your Bible. Elon's responsible for that. That's his endeavor. That's what he wants to do. He's all behind the push to do away with modern human, which is garbage. It's total garbage. That means we're at the end of an era. Do you realize this? We're at the end of the human era, because from here, it's the merge. From here, they will merge everything. Anything left breathing, they'll kill things off. Anything left breathing, they will force it into this category, into this funnel. And like I said, any other humans left, the very few that are left, they're on UBI and they'll wait you out. 10, 20 years, 30 years, you're dead. And it's over. They're already tricking half the younger generation into, going an evil route and believing that they should be something they're not, and all these evil things. AI is helping in the classroom. I'm telling you, in all this. I mean, man, politics is one thing, but public schools, I don't know. I can see it these days. The politics are in everything. It's embedded within everything, right? It really wasn't like that when I came up in school. We were free. I mean, there's always politics there, but things were nowhere near as politicized. All I can remember during Bill Clinton, his years, is that I know life wasn't rough. And a lot of people tell you that those years wasn't rough, but all I remember is his fiasco with Monica Lewinsky, right? Made the headlines and all that. One or two, three big events happen here and there. But these days, it's an everyday thing. It's a constant. It's a constant flow. It's accelerating. And the days are going by quicker. Time's flying by quicker. Live a little. With all this going on, man, take a little bit of time to live, you know, before it's all over and you're like, man, what was it all? Just a slave the entire time? Because to me, that's what it seems to be anyway. I mean, hell, that's what the Sumerians wrote anyway. They didn't lie about it. I mean, we were made to be slaves. And, yeah, might as well make the most of it if that's the case. But live righteous, right? You don't want to be out there robbing people, stealing their tailgates. Believe it or not, that's something going on. I can't believe it. That's where we're at. Apparently, this is epidemic in Texas, South Texas. Maybe if you're down there, you know. I don't. Yeah, I miss the 90s too, Ribs. I know Uncommon is down there in El Paso. I don't know if he's here tonight, but I'd like to get his take in here, what he has to say about the tailgate thing here, because this is pretty crazy. I'm going to run this clip. They're stealing tailgates left and right, and we got 2 clips here I want to run, so you can see this is serious.
Tailgates and taillights are stolen daily. So the way these thieves get into your stuff is they go inside of the bed. If you have a bed cover, they're just going to use a screwdriver or a pry bar, and they're going to break that bed cover open. They're going to take these 8 screws out of the inside of your tailgate. They're going to reach in there and drop your tailgate. Once your tailgate's down, they simply lift up one side. That tailgate's gone. They do 2 screws on each side, and they pop out those taillights. Omaha Bravo Designs has a kit that is a simple bolt-on kit. You can do it yourself in an hour or less, and it prevents taillight and tailgate theft. So what this kit does is it provides us with a blocker plate so that you do not have access to the 2 screws that you have to remove to get those taillights out. It uses a security style Torx bit. So it does 2 things. It blocks the access screws to the taillight, and it blocks the simple removal of the cable to the tailgate. These kits are simple, they're cheap, you can buy them online, install them yourself at home, and most likely deter somebody from stealing, not because they can't access it, but because those thieves want to access it quick. Those guys are bringing just a couple of tools with them to disassemble the tailgate and unscrew the taillights. They don't want to hassle with having to take all of this extra stuff off, and when those guys are trying to steal things, they're trying to do it in a hurry. So if you have a truck and you live in a big city or you live somewhere in the south close to the Mexico border, this is a worthwhile investment to keep your high dollar items from getting stolen. If you take your Super Duty to San Antonio, they're going to steal your tailgates. If you go to San Antonio, they're going to steal your lights. They're going to steal everything if you take your truck down there. In San Antonio, they're having a problem where people are stealing your tailgates. I got this trade in, it just made me think of that because he's got a tailgate lock on it, anti-theft device. Basically, a normal tailgate, you hold it here, lift that up, it pops off. Thing's gone in 10 seconds. This tailgate will cost $3,500 if you got to buy one of these from a body shop, paint it, put everything on it. These taillights, they're $1,500 a piece. He's got some security screws in here, so you got to have a fill-up bit with a security pin in the middle. I wouldn't be surprised if this truck originally came from South Texas. If they don't steal your truck, they're going to steal all the parts off of it. Trust me, I know. I used to live there.
That's bad. You say, trust me. I know. Oh, man. That's crazy. So the next one here. This goes to Alibaba. They are tracking users. If you use Alibaba, you might want to think twice. Apparently, it's been discovered. I mean, this is how I'm going to tell you, all kinds of governments are going to be working from here. This is pretty wild. AliExpress Marketplace secretly has hijacked computer audio systems through a hidden browser script. It allows the website to run inaudible sound waves at 0 volume to create fingerprints that are used to track devices without relying on cookies. This, oh man, it's something every time I turn around. Is it not? Like, this is just the latest now. You got to worry about. Just now they're using these fingerprints now. Don't even need cookies. Alibaba just tracking you. left and right. That's the latest there. Pretty wild event here. I've never seen so many people come together to move a castle, so to speak. But a Japanese castle was moved here by 1,800 people, pulled by rope. Inch by inch, they did this. You can see right there. They have a beam. They have a whole scaffolding, this big thing, and they got to keep moving it. Like they got to slide the house forward and then bring the scaffolding from the back around to the front and keep doing it until they get it to where they want it to go. And it's crazy. Massive structures out there can be moved like that. I've seen the Amish do the same thing. I've seen the Amish come together, dozens beyond dozens, if not 100, come together and pick up and move a house for someone. Pretty crazy. All right, top of the hour. Switch the gears up. I want to thank everyone that joins us, everyone that shares the stream. Much love, and we're going to dive into some deaths here. I never have enough room in the title to squeeze in everything, but we've got Dolly Parton and we've got Tim Curry. And I'm going to start here with Tim. In terms of actors or being an actor, the status here, very well known. Thank you, Kenzo. But let's not get some things twisted. Okay? Back when like Ozzy died and like other rockers died, I brought up the whole thing of like how some of these guys are in the occult, satanic, and some people wanted to pitch a fit out there because they liked Ozzy's music or this and that, and try to say whatever. Well, like there's nothing to sugarcoat. The industry is wicked and it's evil. We all know it. If you want to sit there and lie to yourself and kid yourself, that's on you. Go sit in the corner and lie to yourself. Okay? We've all listened to all this music that we've grown up loving for years, from all kinds of people, from Elvis to the Eagles to whoever you love. All right, but they're all in the industry, a Luciferian satanic industry, and we know this. And you can go back in the corner lying to yourself if you want. And go over there, you just leave. Don't be around me. Okay? Because I don't live in a lie. Okay? I face the reality. I know how the industry works. I've faced the industry. I've got my own stories I've told before here with the whole industry. I know what's up. Okay, so when I say things about people, especially famous people, that some are on record saying they've sold their soul, and you want to sit there and bicker and bitch about it, just leave. Just get out of here. You obviously don't want the real goods. You just want to live in whatever makes you feel comfortable and feel good inside and this and that. That's not how it really works. Okay? Now, I'm not trying to shred these people, but I'm going to show you. I'm just going to let them show you. I believe that's always the best way. Just let them show you, right? I'll start here with Tim. First off, his roles and everything that he played, Rocky Horror Picture Show and stuff, people are going to say it's legendary. And if you love that stuff, you like him for his roles, there, more power to you. Okay? The more power to you. That's okay. It's okay. Everyone's got someone they liked in Hollywood and this and that, a rocker that they liked, music that they liked, because it's everywhere. Okay? You just need to be aware of it. Will that change your perspective? Someone's perspective once they find out that someone participated in child sacrifice and you're over there jamming their music? Maybe it will. Maybe you needed it. Maybe you need to wake up and realize that a lot of these people are only famous because of that. They had to make a sacrifice. Some people ain't even ready for that. They can't handle it. Too sensitive. Anyhow, Tim Curry, legend in his own right for what he did in the movie industry. He had a stroke in 2012 that crippled him up. He had to try to relearn everything. And he has been, for over a decade in very bad shape. And I would say what others would say right now, he's at peace, finally. Anyone that's had a stroke or lived crippled and had to live through horrific anything like that, when they're finally free of the pain and all that, you say they're set free. So he lived his life like everyone else does, and I don't know what he did in his life, but whatever he did in his life, he will have to stand and account for, right? We all hit the scales. Do you understand? We all hit the scales, dude. We all face the feather of truth, man. Judgment. Whatever you want to call it in the end. So that's on the Most High there in his hands, but I'm gonna move to this next one, Dolly, because I got more here on Dolly. Dolly, in her own right, legendary, but also part of the club. Don't get it twisted. Also part of the club, but absolutely legendary. One of my favorite places to ever go, growing up, it always has been Gatlinburg, Tennessee, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, which she helped make huge. Just all the things to do down there in the mountains, just the experience. If you've ever been there, you know what I'm talking about. Just nothing needs to be said. It's just the Smoky Mountains. You know what I'm saying? And like when I grew up, it was the place like you wanted to go, get away, take a vacation, go see black bears, go see the mountains, go see all the shops, and all that fun stuff, man. And Dolly helped make all that famous, right? There's Dolly World that's down there, like a big, huge theme park, amusement park. I've never been, but she helped blow it all up. So that's what she's famous for. She grew up down there on the river, Pigeon River, in a cabin. And she surely did help blow that place up to what it is. So you got to give the props there for it's too. And she's known, everybody knows her, just like Elvis, for all the years and the different songs and stuff. But this is, for some, these are hard pills to swallow, hard realities that when someone dies like this, you could sit here and lie to yourself again, or you could be truthful about it. And counting the day, thank you for the first coffees for the night. I appreciate that more than you know. The world is a stage, for sure. But she is deeply embedded into the game. Throwing the Baphomet. I mean, she's deep rooted, going back a long way. You can go and you can see little comments made by her in interviews going way back, and that's just the club. That's just how it is. She enjoyed the fruits of that her whole life, the fame, everywhere she went, all that, and you get that when you fully sell out, and she fully sold out. Okay, and let's take it over here. What's this? Oh, let me play this here. Let me just play this on Dolly.
And I'm not ready to die yet. I don't think God is through with me.
August 25th. The gematria is 322. The connection, Milo, also is very interesting. 825 equals 33. All the symbols are there. I'll put you next to it.
You have made giving back
Now
a
listen,
key part of your life, so
watch. Listen and watch right here.
you have made giving back a key part of your life, so hey, when you have your firstborn, can I have it? Because that is
And when
gonna
you
be
have your firstborn,
one
can I
special
have it
baby.
while throwing the bathroom? Like, I don't care how much you love singing a Dolly Parton song. These are the truths. If that shatters your little world, I don't know what to tell you. But I don't live in a fantasy. Okay? She switched her whole song up, her famous song, Jolene, Jolene, whatever, to vaccine, vaccine. Can you believe it? She sure did. She pushed the agenda. See, these are facts, Jack.
To the goddess out. Oh, Lordy.
I'm wondering if it's in this clip. Well, you can see all of her Illuminati stuff. She was
From my heart, I'm really proud of you. I've always been proud of you. And I'm proud to be your fairy godmother.
it's Milo.
She's the godmother of Miley. That's right. Mm-hmm.
Dolly Parton. Milo. Don't. Watch this. 33 years old. Huh? What's this?
I decided to release Used to Be Young on August 25th because this particular date historically has been important to me personally and in my career.
Reports are coming in from cities around the world as the night sky mysteriously turns red.
Really? Really? Mmm. 25th had a special meaning to you, huh, Miley? And your fairy godmother. Your fairy godmother, huh? What is it going to stop my repost there? I'm guessing it is. It's not going to let me scroll anymore. I had more. I think it's important that people see, what's going on. I'm going to check over here one more. I thought I might have had the, you gotta love these memes, man. That flock to and spy on that thing. Anyhow, I thought I had the clip over here of her doing the vaccine thing. No. Apparently, it's in the repost and they won't let me load. Anyhow, I'm sure you can find it if you just go. Hold on. Let me see if I got this here.
Well, hey, it's me. I'm finally going to get my vaccine. I'm so excited. I've been waiting a while. I'm old enough to get it, and I'm smart enough to get it. So I'm very happy that I'm going to get my Moderna shot today. And I wanted to tell everybody, I think you should get out there and do it too. I even changed one of my songs to fit the occasion. It goes, vaccine, 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 vaccine. I'm begging of you, please don't hesitate. Vaccine, 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 vaccine. Because once you're dead, then that's a bit too late.
There you go. There's the audio. So, she pushed the agenda. She got the jab. I got an image of her getting the jab. Everything that was all of it, right? She pushed it all. I'm just saying. Don't come around here saying anything about nothing when I speak facts here, because you feel butthurt because you like some song someone satanic sung, and you didn't want to accept it. You would get butthurt because I called it out. You just get out of here. I can stand people like that. You can control your emotions. They can't see the real deal of it. Not sitting here trying to cap. Just trying to show you the real deal. This is how and why she lived the luxurious life she lived. Is because she was part of the club. And she pushed the agenda. Agenda that took lives. Man. Agenda that we're at war with. Purebloods. Okay? So, you know your enemy. When I see any of these goons out here, I don't care if it's her. Who's another one I caught doing it? Juvenile. Juvenile did it. You better vax that ass up. You better vax that. He did the same thing. Sold out. They took their music and they switched it up, doing exactly that. There's two. There was another one too. There's three, maybe even four that did it. Switched the songs up. Push the agenda. Right? That's the facts, anyhow. Gonna move on. I already told you she was the fairy godmother. That clip very interesting. Of all the August 25th just had to be this day, so special to Miley. 33, like all of it, all the gematria is there, man. So, the official word on why Dolly died was she was battling cancer, and that was pretty much what took her life, is what they're saying. Body shutting down because of it. So we'll keep it there and slide to the next one. The world's definitely not the same world it used to be. Never will be. No going back. It's not getting twisted. The old world was better because it didn't have all this garbage, right? Or at least you weren't hearing it all the time. You weren't caught in the crap. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much happening these days at an accelerated pace that let me jump to a Michigan sheriff here that's stepping up and proving how easy non-citizens can be registered to vote. And I think that this is going on in a lot of places. But we're coming up on these midterms. I'm not sure who cares or not. I guess we'll see when it comes up. But with people knowing how rigged everything is.
It's a beautiful Tuesday morning here in Berry County, Michigan. I'm Sheriff Darleaf. An employee of the Michigan Secretary of State's office reported to me that non-citizens are automatically registered to vote when they change their address. The confidential informant provided evidence that the customer and automotive record system is programmed to congratulate and inform non-citizens that they are registered to vote. When the confidential informant provided proof to her supervisor that non-citizens are automatically registered to vote, the supervisor stated that the county clerk would identify the non-citizenship status. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, this is not true. The county clerk has given access to the qualified voter roll after the Secretary of State registers a person to vote. The qualified voter roll does not designate a citizenship status. Once a person is registered to vote, they have the ability to receive a mail-in ballot or vote at the poll with their ID card. The polls do not verify citizenship status. My office has referred this matter for investigation to the United States Department of Justice of conspiracy to violate 18 U.S.C. 611 and place non-citizens on the qualified voter roll and in the jury pool. Additionally, I am asking the Michigan legislature to use its resources to remedy the illegal voter registration and placement in the jury pool immediately. My office encourages witnesses with additional evidence of non-citizens receiving automatic voter registration to report this evidence to my office or to your local sheriff. You know this is wrong. It's time to act. Have a good
Hey, yeah, obviously it's wrong. I wonder how many other places it's happening. This makes you wonder. And a much love to J Max. Thank you for the coffees there. And he says Michael Jackson woke me up to the Illuminati, just like Pac did you. They're all part of the club. We don't need them. We need the Most High. Much love, Dabu. All praise to the Most High. And some of the people out there in the club, they see the wickedness for what it is, and they call it out, right? And then they kill them. They pay for it with their life, because that's what Pac did. Pac said, "To hell with them, kill the Illuminati," and they were like, "No, we're gonna get you." And Michael did the same thing. Michael grew up in the family, and he knew this whole game. And Michael made some moves, man. Michael had control of Beatles records and all types of stuff, big money stuff, man. And they clipped him. They clipped them all, man. I could just, all these people flashed in my mind, and they killed them all. The same hand killed them all. The same hand that allows fentanyl to flow into this country. Yeah, same one. This story pushed to be a positive. The DEA seizes 47 million fentanyl-laced counterfeit pills. 47 million fake pills. 47 million perks, Vicodins, whatever it may be, that someone thinks they're getting right before they go into work, whatever it is, and they're dead. Can you see now someone's been systematically murdering our people? People that weren't not looking to die. They were just looking to kill some pain or get through their day or whatever it was. They were not looking to die. And they're getting picked off left and right. They came in and they made sure, it seems, a couple decades ago, they started with Quaaludes, then all the opiates, then the OCs. They made sure they got opiates out there and people addicted on them, and to the point to where all they had to do is pull this move and it's over. More people have been removed out of my life because of this here than anything, more than car wrecks, heart attacks, natural causes, anything. This fentanyl. Fentanyl on these drugs, man. Car fentanyl is even worse, if you could believe it. You can see that little bitty bit of that on the tip of that pencil kill you right there. And believe car fentanyl is even deader. And they keep making them even deadlier. Like, why would you want to dare mess with this stuff? Well, people are not. That's the thing. People are not. They're literally lacing pills to keep. That's murder. It's murder. Like, whoever you found these pills on, like, they should be charged with attempted murder on like, they should face hundreds of years, prove a point. Because that is what you're doing, but you don't see that. I'm going to tell you, it's systematic elimination of our people. Don't you ever forget it. It's a systematic elimination of our people in real time, right in front of your face. People that you love and care about. You're like, well, I don't know anybody that does a pill. This now. Next thing you know, somebody pops off with that comment, has someone that they know need something for a headache at work or something. Someone doesn't even do pills or do anything like that. Just like any other innocent person. Takes it to kill pain and dies. I'm telling you, man, it's a weapon. It's an open weapon they're using on our people. Only way to stop it is to bring it to the light, and to hope that people out there the game's not the same. It's just not the same. It's just not the same. It's just not the same as it was 10, 20 years ago. It's just not the same. You can't trust anything out there. I showed you the churches that went up. That one right there was talking about the one in Cleveland. This is all street takeovers hitting LA. If any of you guys are in LA, let me know if you guys are seeing.
Oh my god, you got a full inventory. Oh my god.
Helicopter in the sky. I mean, just it's bad. It's going down. These street takeovers, man, like something crazy. No.
Looks like we have a street takeover, and the person filming is not really happy about having front row seats to this, event in the middle of their street. So, yeah, I don't blame her. Usually with these things.
So, I mean, it's just imagine this goes down right outside your house. You know. Yeah, I wouldn't be too happy neither, but I mean, I'm not sure where this is at exactly, but a lot of times they're doing these street takeovers in the projects in the hood, and this is the way it goes. I don't know. I seen some people get hit by a car last week. They just got ragdolled, and I don't know if they lived or died. So, you see these street takeovers, I would get nowhere near these cars that are doing donuts because that's the most deadliest part about it out there, from what I've seen. I got some wild video here of an Uber Eats driver viciously attacking Barstool security guards at the NYC headquarters. I don't know what brought this all on, but, you know, tempers flaring all over the place. We got a clip here. I'm going to play it. You can see what goes down.
Hey, stop! 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 Bro, stop! Stop! Oh my god, stop! Stop! Call 911! Hey, stop! 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 Stop it!
Keep talking.
Stop!
All right, I'll finish. He did it first. You know me.
He did not do anything first. What the fuck is your problem?
You alright, Dan?
Stu came in all geared up, had like body armor on, a helmet, everything else, and starts to attack this guy. So, I don't know, weird situation. You seen they kind of got under control there with the dude. These are different angles. I'm not going to play them, but that was the best one there. But I don't know. There's nutcases all over, right? Let me jump into another huge story here. This is big because, well, I think that, I don't know, man. It speaks for itself. Like, if another country is hacked into all your infrastructure, like, you're done. And our government knows about this. They do nothing about it. but like report it and tell us. All they do is look over like, oh yeah, China just got in, hacked another water company, hit another substation. It's like, are you guys doing anything to stop it? Like, I don't think so. So what's this one say? Chinese hackers broke into NASA. They broke into the Federal Reserve. Maybe they know where the gold's at. They broke into the DOJ and they hacked into the Senate. Like, who have they not hacked at this point? They're everywhere. They are in the DOE. We know they're in the Department of Energy. It even says it down here. It does say it. DOE right there. The Department of Health and Human Services. This is massive U.S. critical infrastructure targeted and hit by the Chinese. And like nobody cares. Like I don't get it. Like just wait. Like what do you think is about to happen? What do you think is about to happen when headlines like this keep rolling? Water places have been hacked and hit. Electrical places hit. To me, it's like, all right, one day you're going to wake up and like a combo is going to hit. It's destined to happen. And like, it's going to cause some problems. How could it not? Do you think these guys are just in there to play patty cake? I don't think so. These are notoriously bad actors. You know, foreign actors. What else are they doing in there besides to get ready to cripple it? That's it. That's all there is to it. You're telling me they know about it and they haven't done nothing to try to counter it. You know, where's Trump calling Xi Jinping out on all this stuff? You know, throwing 200% tariffs on him for doing this. He ain't none of it. It's a game. It's crazy how much China's in here all over the place. You can guarantee that they're going to catch the blame for what's about to happen. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. It's scary. They're even right next to our military bases, own the property. You wonder how's that possible? Because somebody let it happen. Someone let it happen. If you don't know, I think I dropped a video on this. Yeah, Secret Services, they're now aware. Oh, really? Now you're just now aware of this Iranian threat video against Barron Trump. If you don't know, what happened is they put out an AI video, and in this AI video, it shows that he's sitting there playing Xbox. He's at different locations, and they're saying, look, we know he's here, and he's showing everyone. And like telling them, look, go get $10 million. We got 10 million sitting here. Bounty on his head. Go get him. That's what they're saying. That's crazy. The video was titled, Where and How Should We Kill Barron Trump? With a question mark. IRGC was behind it. It was broadcast on Channel 3, the Iranian state television. And yeah, that's the latest open threat here on the world stage. Just makes me think that if Trump's gonna do anything militarily to them from here, it's down to the power grid and the water. He done said it himself. Oddly enough, the two things getting hit here, huh? But not big. Not big. What if he hits them big? Wipes out the power. You know, no more airing anything over TV. Put them in the dark. He might do it, man. He might do it. Mr. Ego, he might do it. We're not out of the woods yet. I tell you one thing that's gotten buried here. One story, obviously, is Epstein. Epstein files, everything has to do with it. Now, Ghislaine Maxwell, she was told, nope. A judge told her that she gets to rot in prison until 2037. But I can almost guarantee you that she won't. That she won't sit there till 2037. I could see her getting out. I mean, that's 10 years from now. Trump and all this other talk and pardons, all this stuff was brought up. Man, Susan, much love. She's been given up to this point special treatment. She was moved to a facility where she shouldn't even be because of her classification, and they knew it. And then she was given like a job and even given a dog. Like, it was like, dude, what? Like, you don't do this for people that are like what is going on here? That's where it sits. That's all I know. Judge denied her. We'll see what happens. I'm waiting to see the Trump pardon list on his way out this last time. It's going to be a long one. They're going to be out the door. Remember last time back, his first run through, people were lined up to get this stuff, to get pardons. Kim Kardashian was up there pleading, and all these they're all in line pleading to get a pardon for someone. And we go to this next one. It says, anything that you say will be used against you. British woman arrested for tweets. Crown Jewels, Daz. Seen you guys out there earlier. It's happening in your neck of the woods.
Every year, 12,000 people in Britain are arrested for social media posts. You're one of those arrested.
Actually, what I'd done was seen the news about Southport, picked up my phone, and a post came up. And so I copied and pasted it, and I put 4 days later. They all turned up to come and arrest me. It was horrendous. As that arrest happened, I knew my entire career was over. I have family who would not speak to me, colleagues who sent emails saying never contact me ever again.
How is it, do you think, we got to a point where a very normal, free-thinking person like yourself is arrested for a tweet like this?
This has been a long time coming. In the 90s, during Blair's time, we changed the rules and called it parallel lives. The way to keep control is to control information and to control speech. I think the biggest racists are those who believe that people of a culture in the developing world will just drop their culture and their God and take a Western one because we're better. The clampdown on free speech is to frighten people into shutting up.
Well, yeah, that's always the game, to try to silence the masses. This next one has to do with this whole measles thing. Apparently, health officials caught pushing fake measles deaths in Lancaster County. Josh Shapiro and RFK and them come out and say, we haven't found anything. We haven't found proof of a single death in the state. So it's like they're lying that bad. Like, what's going on here?
They cannot find any measles deaths in Lancaster County. And they complain that the governor will not give them that information. CDC tried to get that information from the governor yesterday, and the state is refusing to cooperate.
I reached out to the coroner's office. Now, under the law, anyone who dies of a communicable disease in Lancaster County, that means measles in this case, that would have to be reported to the coroner's office. And I spoke at length yesterday with a senior member of the coroner's staff and spoke at length this morning with the coroner himself, and they have 0 cases of measles death.
Ah, there you go. Somebody's lying, and it looks like they busted them right there. They're fabricating making up stories, lies for an agenda. This next one shows that they're purging the Secret Service around Trump. They're geeking out because they don't trust the people. Someone's leaking information. So 3 officials, including the communications chief, are escorted out and completely stripped of security clearance in this whole probe. Someone's been leaking big time stuff and we know it. So it looks like they've got a handful of people, and we'll see what comes of it from there. I had to throw this one in there. Barack Obama's elementary school in Virginia closes indefinitely due to mold and rodents. Let's get an update on what they're doing with this whole WNBA thing. Look, you guys know me for the most part. When it comes to the whole sports thing, like all we're really watching ever is like picking apart the satanic Super Bowl ritual shows, and pretty much that, unless there's something else that happens major news related. But with sports, there has to be undoubtedly a bigger push for the WNBA right now through whatever stories they can concoct to make it popular. And that's what they've done. The popularity of WNBA has exploded. And they said that the other night the Fever game was the most watched WNBA game in history or something. Why is all this? Well, Caitlin Clark, a name that they've blasted out there. And Sophie Cunningham, another one, hand in hand. They're going against the whole trans agenda in the WNBA to try to stop guys from participating. And thank you. I'm on it for the coffees. I appreciate it. Much love. It seems like this is an agenda in overdrive, you ask me. I've seen bloody mouths. I've seen punches. I've seen like super physical, crazy stuff happen. And I've seen that there's like an agenda definitely set up on the court. So with all that said, this story here shows that the NBA store is blocking the words Jesus Christ from being put on custom jerseys. This is the same thing that was happening over there with Coke. Remember, on the product, the guy was trying to get a custom name put on it, and it would not let him put the Jesus stuff, but it would let him put the Muhammad and all the other stuff. What's going on? Like, people, you better wake up. We're under attack, man. It's time to get with it. Start doing something. Representative, they're going to delete you. And this goes with the other story. Two guys step up, trying to call out the hypocrisy on the whole thing. They throw wigs on and they declare themselves women, and they're like, we want to join the WNBA. And the WNBA says no. And they're like, why? We meet whatever criteria. And I don't know, it's a back and forth. Like, they're calling them out. Like, they're putting them on blast. Like, if you're going to be like this, like, then let us play. Again, this is catching more attention for the WNBA than anything ever. For people that have never watched it, but it has everything to do with all this trans stuff, 100% right now. Which I've said before, man, it's ridiculous. There's an answer to this, though. I'm serious. I said it before. It's pretty simple. Like, yeah, there shouldn't be no guys in the girls sports and the girls in the guys sports. And if someone trans wants to come along, well, make a trans league. And good luck with that. So do your own thing. Have your own training league and do your own thing over there. Then with it, compete against each other. Then how you like them odds, huh? That's what's fair. Then go compete with the other trainees, huh? That's what you want. Like that's what you get. Then go over and get it, and like compete in your own little thing, because that's how it should be. Then, huh? What? When they get out here and try to shatter the dreams of these young girls or this and that, they could never achieve first place or a gold medal in anything because some. Let me get out of here, man. But there's answers. There's answers to it. I just gave you the answer. I don't hear them talking about that anywhere, and they should like make their own league. Like that's simple. That solves the equation. Answers. Boom. It's all done. Give them their own league. But see how many people go tune into it and all that. That's on them. That's on them. But give them their own league. Do it. I ain't hating. I'm just promoting. Give them their own league. Huh? Oh, that don't cause problems and chaos and division, so you don't like that. Shut the fuck up. It's always an agenda they got. It's always an agenda. Always an agenda. And because of agendas, Trump's presidency and his numbers have hit an all-time low. People pissed off about this whole everything. Everything. We're like way past Epstein, like the whole pedo thing. We thought that was bad, but no, people are pissed off because of they didn't vote for wars, they didn't vote for the high prices. He just pissed off all the farmers. Like, he don't care. So you don't care when you've used everybody up and the gloves come off. And like, this is what he has right now to do. All the darkest stuff, every little detail of the dark things they want to do the whole time, it happens now. It had to happen now. It has to happen at the end of Trump's watch. So we're in it. We're in it. I'd say from this midterm up into the next election, the crazies will happen. The crazy of crazies. Because it was always meant to be that way. They could only pull it off in that window. Kev Barr coming through. Hey, I appreciate the comment, as always, and the support. And thank you so much. Yeah, it's agenda everywhere out there these days. Let me finish up here on the war front. Trump says all mines are cleared in Hormuz. Military options on the table. We'll see. We'll see what happens in the coming days. Like I'm waiting to see what happens with Iran statements. And waiting to see what happens. Like either the blockade, even if it's still sitting there, it's letting. If boats are going through, then they're letting them through. Trump had said last time he was going to stop everything. That means that there's a bunch of boats going through. He's not saying much. Instead, he went and picked a fight with Canada. Remember, started a trade war there. In the meantime, if you missed it, I told you about how we're getting cyber attacked, water municipalities, the electric grid. Well, the UK got hit, and it was what they're calling the first known successful cyber attack against the UK energy grid. So, Iran specifically targeting their power grid. I mean, what does that tell you? How many times are you going to get a warning shot? How many times are you going to get a warning shot? I don't know. I don't know if you get many. I don't know if the U.S. gets many of much. I've told you for a decade we've made songs on it, and I'm constantly telling you they're going to take the grid down. And this makes me wonder here. We're so close. I said it earlier. Will they start to hit the grid in Iran? Next couple weeks. Interesting. Let's go into Russia real quick, where the CIA director held a covert Moscow talk. And people are like, why? What just happened? Like, what's going on? Why is this going on? You know, like, we're in the middle of war, right? And the CIA director just flies in out of nowhere into Moscow, quick meeting, and then dips out. It's like, hold on. Like, the world is a stage for sure. Like, this shows you, this just shows you right there. Like, they're more connected at the hip than what people even know. They're definitely not mortal enemies like that. I see Russia and the U.S. playing the opposite ends of the spectrum ever since World War II ended. To represent two sides. And what this does is it means that they both get to make a bunch of money, big time, through military equipment. Of course, you got to wage wars to do it, but they were the perfect two to do it. We're unstoppable together. The United States and Russia has proven we ended World War II when we came together. We're that badass. No one can stop us. No, China and everybody else, China and all the other countries could not stop us and Russia, so to speak. Because of the might all the way around, the dominance all the way around, the strategic assets all over the place, on Earth, space, you name it. This forces every single country to have to come to one of you. This forces every single country to have to come to one of you and also choose to not only do business and economic dealings with you, but who you're going to buy your military equipment off of. And that's what's happened. Russia has been the big salesman out there, selling to all their allies. The U.S. doing the same out here on the other side. And that's how it is. And it's a racket. Okay? World is a stage. They call them theaters of war because that's what they are. And all that comes to mind when I see this guy landing in Moscow, like, to an active freaking war zone. You know, where there's missiles flying, drones flying all over the place. He flew in to Moscow for something super secret and special. That's for sure. But I'm going to tell you, I believe it's because we're at a point where something huge is about to happen. Reason is because Putin is about escalation. Whatever's happened here recently with these attacks, they've hit the equivalent to Amazon in Russia. They've hit all the warehouses. And they've done a lot of economic damage. And Putin says, guess what? We're done messing around. We're escalating. And all escalation means is nukes. I'm telling you. And then all of a sudden, the CIA chief is swooping in. Rather interesting, man. We also have a famed Ukrainian military analyst saying that Russian forces are just 7 miles from a couple key places here, and he predicts an assault on the fortress belt, and it's going to begin here very soon. Of course, if this war doesn't end, it's going to last until December. And he's saying, flip here, some clips. These are drone clips, drones swooping in and just taking stuff out. Americans have no idea. But look at what we're watching. Look at what we're watching. We are watching modern day, right now, war being fought. There's not a human out here. This is a robot on the road carrying maybe bombs, goods, whatever it's carrying. And this is a drone that just hit it and blew up. This is almost like a video game at this point. You've got the drones all over the place. You can see it just flying all over the place. POV. And it sees, boom. It goes down and it sees a target. And it just dive bombs it. Oh, yeah. Here's just another drone just scouring the area. Just looking at everything. If it sees any sign of life, it could dive in and just detonate. Right? And it's all over the place. Look at all these vehicles. Everything blown to pieces. This has been done by mostly drones. Left and right. Because they're so effective. If there was a guy inside that truck, which there was at some point, I'm going to tell you, a drone dove in and blew it apart. So this one's inspecting everything. It could go anywhere. It could go through the window in the house and check out the bedroom in the house. There's one of them little robot carts again, right there, next to it. There's all kinds of tanks and military equipment that's already been hit. But the drones are something else. It looks like there's something coming down the road. Most trustworthy, thank you for that. This whole area, imagine this drone is creeping till it sees movement, a sign of life. Look, it's inspecting everything, making sure there's not a soldier sitting there. There's another little robot cart right there. This looks like it was a convoy at some point here that's coming up on. It got blown apart. So they've picked everything apart, and this one is just scouring. It's going through. You could see holes in the ground there where missiles have hit or other bombs. I'm sure body parts all over. And again, these vehicles are done up. They're done up. The armory on this, it's done up. See all that metal around it? It's done up to stop a drone. Specifically, it's got like fencing around it. That way it's some kind of buffer on the outside. But still, these drones, man, they get through. Look, all these are crippled. This one too. This is literally a cage around that equipment right here. Full-blown cage all the way around it, and it's still crippled. They got it somehow. This is what you got to deal with, America. That's another one there. You'll notice all these vehicles have cages around them, but like it didn't matter. They still found a way. So, like, this is crazy. This thing sees any sign of life. It's on them. It's very, very scary. So it's going back here. Just to try to check this out. This little spot. Again, full-blown armored vehicles with all the scaffolding. And look, it looks like it blew a hole through the fencing, and then the next drone came along and went through the hole. It's nonstop. It's a constant wave of drones like this. And look, these guys are doing this POV, like first person. A guy is sitting there somewhere with the headset on, goggles, flying this. Zooming down the road here from far away like a video game. We've seen these clips where guys are running from the drone. It's sad, man. They're running for their life, and the drone gets them. It's even that. Oh, look at that. Another one. Another thing. I mean, that was a huge one there. The whole front. It looks like they blew a hole in the front of the fencing and then got their way in. That's what they did, right there. Yep, hole in the fencing. So it's like one good hit breaks the fencing and then they can get in. Look at all these vehicles. They're all crippled, man. They all had protective barrier on them too. And it still did not stop these drones. People have no idea what they're up against, man. And Ukraine has put this on full-blown display. This is modern warfare. Weapons. This is all technical. Like, you did not see a human out here at this point. Again, if it comes across one, they're dead quick. Yeah, shotguns and all that are some of the best weapons to take these drones out of the sky with a scatter spray. I've seen that as well. I've shown that. I've shown the clips of the guy shooting them out of the sky. Go over here to my feed here. See if I got anything else. Share with you guys here. I think I touched on it last time. I dropped this book on the Book of Enoch. How the firmament is removed and all that talk. I think I talked about that on the last show a little bit, but I got a full-blown video on that. I thought this was crazy too. Like, I caught another rainbow, but like, I swear to you, it's bent. It's a bent rainbow. Like, I caught a rainbow in almost the same spot, but it was lower. It's in my feed like a week or so ago. I was above it. It was a brilliant, beautiful rainbow in the same area. And you could see where the rainbow ends. You never see where it ended. You could see where I could see it off as above the rainbow. It was nuts. It's a crazy shot. But this one popped up, and like, instead of it being like going out and like bowing out more, it like abruptly like got cut down. It was like bent. I was like, how is that possible? Like, I don't know. We're so lied to about everything. But BB and Trump, man, I gotta get my laughs in here. So I'm gonna take it to the chat here. I want you to know that we are working on some killer music. Wow, that was nuts. Like a double banger. I don't know if that was delayed or if I got something new coming in. I'm gonna watch the chat here. Speaking of double banger, I'm chatting with Crown Jewels, which is Fire the Flame, tonight, right before we go live, and I'm letting him hear a little bit of what I got put together. He's sending me clips. He's got something that sounded nasty. I mean, it sounded good. He asked me to jump on, but then I got this one that I'm getting him to jump on. So it looks like we may have a couple songs in the works here coming within the month. I can't put an official timeline on it, but I don't want to rush things because, I mean, we just let them happen. You like that? You like that pick there, Spiro? Yeah. Some of the memes, man. The memes, it's where I find my humor and my laughter in this dark, cold world, man. That's the only place I can find it. Like, if it's the only way I'm able to laugh, let it be, right? Like, making certified bangers, let me tell you. So we're telling a story from here. I mean, it's always the theme, but like to me, some of my biggest songs, the songs I play the most, I put out a lot of music over the years, but the ones that deal with what we're going through, and like I play a lot, like when the grid goes down, you better be ready because that's like my favorite. But and it hasn't happened yet, and I feel like I got to keep warning. But we've got take your place, the underground. This is songs that we put together. Um, they have a meaning, like when we come to your town, me, him, and Hoodie, like that has meaning. Like I put a lot of passion in that. I make them songs for the guys that get up and finally ride against the beast one day. Give them something to ride to, yeah. And when we come to your town, they'll let them know it's what we're gonna do. But this one, like the next one, keep the flock off the block. It's coming. Um, it's gonna be good. It's good. It is. It just is what it is, man. This one's good. So stay tuned for that. If you guys got questions on anything, email me, like specific questions. I try my best to answer them, especially like right here at the end. Show more time to do it. A much love to everybody out there. I've had some people ask me about prayers. I get that quite often. People ask me about a lot to do with what needs to be done. A lot of people I see wanting to make sure they're like doing the right thing, I guess. All I could say is I feel inactivity in this life is probably going to cost a lot of people. And what I mean by that is just not doing enough good things. Do good. It's easy enough. Everyone can do it. To show respect doesn't cost a thing. It just be good, righteous, and I understand no one's perfect. I've seen people show up and I see it. They're like, I've done some things in my life. I just want to, make sure that I make it out of here. Like, am I missing anything? And I'm like, well, first off, as I always say, put your faith in the Most High, fight the good fight, and walk righteous. And like, I don't know what people are asking sometimes when they say these things. Like, I know some of it's just like what I would consider petty, normal life stuff, but I don't know if somebody's killed somebody and they're coming to me like, yo, what do I got to do to be forgiven? Sometimes it's what it feels like. I'm like, I don't know what you've done in your life. Like, I'm like, God, I don't do the judging here, but I would tell you that it doesn't hurt to start just doing an accumulation of good things, because in the end, it's scales. I am Libra, I'm a scale. So I'll tell you, in the end, the judgment is scales against the feather of truth. And I'm going to tell you that it seems pretty obvious to me that that's an accumulation of everything you've done in your life, for good or bad, with everything you've done. Everything you've done, I shouldn't be doing this, but you did it. You shouldn't have been doing it. And those are the things that cost you spiritually, I feel. And those are the things that weigh on people. If you did a bunch of that, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you better get to work, repenting. That's what repentance means. Seriously. That's what it really means. Is like when you get to a point where you realize these things, you got to live a life. And I hope you get enough time in now to make up for all those things. That's why I try to get to as many people as I can, as early as I can. Reach the youth with the message. But man, this place is so evil. They've torn it. They've torn it out. They're just everywhere is the agenda, and it's in all the schools. It's in all the everything. It's disgusting. I don't know where this place is going, man. My guess here is that there's going to be a big event coming up here. It's going to test everybody. I don't know when, but it's going to come. I know it's like the sky's falling type thing, but it's such an enormous event and forever life-changing event that it was worth warning for years and years before it happened, because other people are not going to survive it. They're not going to make it out of it, I don't think. We're going to go through a culling type of event. Didn't they show you that with lockdowns? Didn't they show you they were practicing for that? They were practicing for a mass killing? Are you kidding me? It hasn't happened yet. I don't forget. Matter of fact, I've spent every waking moment of my life since lockdowns began preparing for that event. Getting ready to try to withstand that event. But the reality is anybody out there, any pure blood, anyone that wants to fight the good fight and will not take the mark of the beast, you better get it together. Do you have a plan to survive off grid, off the system for the rest of your life? That's the question now. That's the reality of it. That's where we're at. You either go on the system, they're going to make it comfortable, they're going to make it easy, or you don't. And if you don't, you're on your own. You and whatever community you built, whatever you tried to put together, until the end. Because the system's going to push on. All these people are going to go into it and be a part of it. You're going to be an outcast out in the wilderness. And at some point, I'm going to say become haunted. That's what we get to look forward to. Huh? Yeah. Something ending. Huh? Deanne, thank you so much for the coffees. I was just thinking about you. Oh, don't get surgery. I send prayers, man. Yeah, you got that right. We're all going to meet up in the flesh. Yeah, that may work. I don't know. Yeah, definitely got to holler. Get back at you on that. Let me see here. Before I wrap everything up here. Well, power prayer is real. And anytime two or more come together to do it, it amplifies. So just remember that. There's power in it. It's real. And I thank all of you for fighting a good fight. I guess I'm going to work to close the show down now for the night, and look to be back here on Friday night. That'll be the plan for this week. Next week, I will not have a full schedule with probably too much going on. I probably won't be live next Friday, at least maybe two days. Not sure yet, but a couple streams we'll miss next week just because I got too much going on with stuff. But yeah, just so you know in advance. So people ain't freaking out, wondering what's going on. Yeah, and I'll look to be back Friday. As I always say, if the good Lord doesn't return in the coming days, I'll see you here next time for some Underground World News Live. And a much love. Yeah. Stealth mode. Much love. Spiro. Woody, Skeevy, John Boy, Reaper, Sailor, Ethan's, and Anya. Cannons. And a thank you to the legendary Eon for the 7 coffees, brother. Much love. God bless. Spiro. That beat hitting hard tonight,